Okay, so for the makeup project pan, I have 6 things and I finished 1. I finally finished this Vaseline lip balm. It had a tiny amount left plus the inside that I scooped out. I thought that it didn't have a tint, but it did. It was like a very light pinky tone and I actually kind of miss it. I have 2 other lip products. The first is this multi balm. I was focusing more on the lip balm, but in the end, I think I did use this several times. I don't know if the dip got any bigger. I might actually try to move this onto here because even though I think this is very pretty, I feel like it's annoying to dip into it with my finger. So I'm wearing this on my eyes and lips. I like it more as a lip balm. I feel like on the cheeks, it looks really bad. On the eyes, I feel like it's too balmy too. The next thing is this Aquaphor. This was the original line and now I am here. Again, I was focusing on the lip balm first, but I'm actually surprised it was this much. I do use it on my hands sometimes too though. I'm gonna try not to move this so that you can see the line a little bit. For this foundation, I moved down to here. I thought there was gonna be way more progress, but I guess not. It's the MAC foundation. Sorry, I'm trying not to move it so you can see the line, but yeah, it started smelling a little bit off this week. So I don't know, I'm still gonna continue using it, and if it breaks me out, I'll stop using it. I also have this brown shade. I don't know if you'll actually see a difference, but I just use this to fill in my brows. I guess for the makeup portion of this project pan, it's mostly so that, well, I can't even. It's mostly so that I finish what I have before buying something like it. So I talked about this in my wish list video. I guess the only one that is not like that is this blush. So this blush I definitely use the least out of all of my products. The goal for this one is to get rid of the cat imprint, but I don't really like this blush. I'm wearing it today and it's like, it's both the color and also the glitter. I feel like doesn't look very good, but I really just keep it for the packaging. I have thought about repotting stuff. This is my favorite blush and it's broken. So I thought about, you know, scraping this out and repressing it, but I feel like if it changes the formula, I'm gonna be really sad because I really like this. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to use this on my nails. I've tried it on my eyes too. But yeah, I'm still gonna continue working on that. I originally thought I had 5 products. Apparently I have 6, but I'm still gonna roll this in. Okay, so this eyeshadow doesn't really show up. Well, it does show up. The glitter shows up, but the base color does not show up. But I found out that if you add water, it kind of shows up a little bit more. And I have some other eyeshadow palettes that are on my wish list. Don't know how fast I'll finish this, but as you can see, like this dip and this dip was just from one use, from using the water method. So there's that. For skincare, body care, and everything, basically everything is in the project pan. Basically, I wasn't very consistent with my skincare and I just wanted it to be a more regular thing. Then I just added all the hair stuff and everything too. The only thing I'm not going to talk about is shampoo, conditioner, and toothpaste. Still don't remember the order of things, but let me try to remember. That was first for sure. I finished this Neutrogena sunscreen. This was more of a summer sunscreen. I remember really liking this, but towards the end it was very greasy. So maybe it was always greasy. I don't know. Would not repurchase. So then I was able to open this one, but I hate it too because it leaves a white cast if you don't blend it in like enough. And if you have dry patches, it clings to it really bad. So I was not able to use this on my face, and it also gets on your clothes, so you'll have like white patches. So I'm still gonna use this, but just on my body. My friend gave me a Glow Recipe like sample thing for Christmas, so I used up a bunch of those things. Used up this vitamin C thing. I opened it. The first time I used this, I googled how to do it, and it said to put underneath your eyes and on the lids, and the next day stuff was dry. And so then I was like, okay, never mind. My lids were especially dry, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use it all over my face. And it was actually okay. I think my skin might have gotten used to it and it wasn't that drying. I wouldn't buy it. I didn't really see a difference. I also finished this hyaluronic cream from the same box and it was okay too. I have used a hyaluronic acid serum thing, and I feel like it didn't really do much for my skin, so I never went out of my way to buy something else like that. This was okay. Overall, I like the smell of the Glow Recipe stuff, but yeah. And I finished this Lambena pore treatment serum. It was up to here and now it's gone. At first, I tried mixing it with the MAC foundation to kind of make it a little bit thinner. I use it a few times like that. It's supposed to be sort of like a serum before your makeup. It's supposed to reduce your pores, but I feel like towards the end I was like, this is making it worse. When I ran out of my other sunscreen, I was just using this as sort of like a primer, and it just, I hated it. I kind of hate panned it like the last 3 times, but anyway, yeah. I also finished this Glow Recipe cleanser. I actually really like the texture of it, and I like that it foamed up, but I feel like it's too expensive to buy a full size cleanser of this, but I did like it. And I do actually kind of miss this a little bit because the other 2 cleansers I have are more like creamy and not really foamy. And then I finally finished this niacinamide serum. Technically, this was actually 2. I had dumped into here the Inkey List into the Naturium. The Inkey List was really hard to press because I have chronic pain in my hands. And so I just dumped it into here. And so it was 2 products. The pump was actually really nice because I tried to do this to make sure I got everything and there was nothing. So that was good. I feel like it was okay too. I feel like niacinamide stings my face, and I don't know, I still want to use it because I hear that it's good for oil and large pores and blah blah blah, but I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I want to find a moisturizer that has niacinamide instead. And then I finally finished this Essence Misha Sun Milk. I really like this sunscreen, but the packaging was annoying. I feel like towards maybe like here, it kept spurting out air and it was just annoying to, you know, press on it. So I got this Centella sunscreen to replace it. I kind of still miss this one. I feel like this one was a little bit more watery than this one, but you know, I'm still trying this out. This is the only skincare item that I bought this month, and then the only body care item that I finished was this shaving cream. I'm using an oil this time around. I've only used it a few times, so I think I'm liking the oil more, but not sure. And also this has water on it. Anyway, let me show you the rest of my skincare stuff. Okay, so this is my current skincare routine. I was using this one and I was using this one. You can't see, but I can't use it too much in a row because it's pretty drying. This one I have only used once, so I'm gonna try to alternate between these 2 and then the moisturizer. I switched to this Panoxyl Niacinamide moisturizer, and this one stung way fucking more than the Naturium / Inkey List cocktail. So yeah, now it's up here. This is sometimes used / backstock. Like this blackhead mask I use sometimes. This oil cleanser, I don't think I was a huge fan of it. Still trying it out. I might still buy the micellar water after all. And then the rest, I haven't really touched in a bit. Okay, and then last month I had counted the pimple patches as done, but just kidding, I found some more. It was the ones that was just like a big square. That's what this one is. And then, what was the other one? I finished the Hero masks. I had 1 left. I'm not gonna repurchase those. And then I think I only used one of these masks once right here. And then all the other stuff for the stuff that I finished, and then some things I didn't even add on to here. So I pretty much just have these masks, these, and then some of the Glossier acne patches. For hair care, this one went down a little bit. I've been using this instead of conditioner. And then this one I didn't really use at all, actually, maybe once. I haven't dyed my hair. I still have this sunscreen and the hair dye. And then those are the 2 cleansers I have. Okay, so feelings about Makeup No-Buy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me tell you. So I went on a Makeup No-Buy in May. So it's been about 3 months that I've been on a no-buy. I did make a slip up and bought one thing. I feel like going from a low buy to a no buy makeup kind of made me more obsessed over makeup and more obsessed over wish lists and all that, and like thinking, should I buy this, should I not? Which in my mind I was like, I'm not gonna buy it until November, but it still made me think about makeup even more, which was kind of bad. After I made my makeup wish list video, I feel like I was thinking about it so much. Long story short, I have a blush on there that I thought was a powder, it turned out to be cream, so then I was second guessing if I should get it or not, especially because I saw swatches and it kind of is similar to one of my blushes that I already have, so I was like, do I even need it? I was like, but I still want it. And then eventually I came across another blush that was cute, and it seemed like it was nothing like I've ever had before because it's a different formula and blue, like it's more of a serum-y type of, it's the Flora tint, the Benefit thing. So then I was like, anyway, so yeah, so then I was obsessing whether that should win a place in my wish list or not. And yeah, so anyway, so that happened, and now I've been obsessing over buying the right backpack purse. Mine's falling apart, and I bought one from Burlington. It was too big. Went around to stores, couldn't find the right one. Been spending too much time online trying to find one. But I decided that I'm just not gonna fucking buy a bag. I sewed what was messed up, and if I happen to go to the store for something else, I'll look around. If I don't find the right one, it's fine. I really should not buy it online because I'm not gonna understand the sizing of it, even with, you know, a measuring tape. So I'm not gonna buy that stuff. And then I also was trying to think about why it was so much easier to not buy any of the other stuff on my no buy list. And I started to think that I feel like I've always had a collection going, and I realized that I have too much, and I either declutter some of it and then I decide, okay, that's enough for me, and then I don't do it on purpose, but I move on to something else. Hasn't been super excessive, but yeah. So I had a nail polish collection, and I pretty much have not bought nail polish since 2018. This year, however, I have bought 4 nail polishes though, a pink one, a top base coat, and then 2 stamping ones, black and white. But I hadn't bought any nail polish since 2018. And then I think I switched to makeup, and then it was just blush as the collector thing. I decluttered some things, and I felt like my blush collection was complete and everything, and I had switched off from that to kind of buying household things when I moved. I feel like I'm not making sense now. Eventually my collector thing became cat trinkets. I felt like it was too much, so I decluttered a couple, and then I was like, okay, cat collection complete. Then also with home decor, I was like, okay, no more home decor, it's complete. And so then I eventually started going back to makeup and blah blah blah, and I went on a makeup no buy. However, I still had in my mind that I was gonna buy stuff after the goal of November was hit. So I was trying to think, like, why is it that all the other stuff, like the houseplants, home trinkets, cat toys and all that, why is that so much easier to not buy than the makeup stuff? And it's because I feel like my collection is complete. Like my home decor, I don't want to get rid of anything. I don't want to do the one in, one out thing because I like everything. And I know that it's gonna be cluttered. And for this, I feel like I still have the space for it. Point is that the other stuff, I just don't want to buy anything forever. Maybe eventually I'll buy 1 or 2 things here and there, but for makeup I still have the desire to buy things. So I think that's why it's been harder. I even thought about going on a low buy instead and doing like 1 or 2 makeup items a month, but with the whole backpack situation, I kind of moved away from thinking about purchasing makeup, and now that I'm like, no, stop thinking about backpack stuff, I'm kind of like, okay, today, okay, that just happened today, that I was like, stop looking at it. Which, the loop that I fixed was messed up, but anyway, maybe I'll talk more about it in my budgeting stuff. Maybe I made sense, maybe I didn't, but anyway, thank you for watching, bye.